What's going on, everyone? I've been posting this around. I wanted you guys to know something. So out of all the channels you listen to, and out of all the people who read the Akashic Records or people who go into this kind of deep research and study, you'll find that when you pass on from this life, there are things that happen. For example, a lot of atheists end up having to wake up because it's like they're sleeping and someone has to wake them up. When it comes to, for example, suicide, you have to relive, you have to reincarnate and come back and learn the lessons all over again. When it comes to, for example, which is what I really want to talk about, ascending and moving on. When you first pass, you're kind of in like the mid-world, and between the living and the dead. And well, you're dead, but you're not far off. And what they all say, all these people say, is that your first lesson, your very first lesson when you pass on, is to be able to detach from your human experience and your human loved ones and such. Not so much detach from them, but you need to move on. Now, the first test they put you through, or that you go through when you pass on, and again, this is corroborated by many channelers, many people who study this stuff. Your first test is whether or not you see who shows up at your funeral. Because if you do that, that's sort of an ego thing, and you're not ready to fully move on yet. Whereas people who do not do that, they can just ascend and then they're ready for the next life lessons. See, we come to Earth, and in this dimension, we have a lot of trauma. There's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of negativity and evil. And when you pass on, you have to go through a healing process to bring your soul back up, and that's what happens when you start to ascend. So I just wanted to let you guys know, are you the kind of person that's going to see who shows up at your funeral? Is that something you're going to care about? Or are you going to make the so-called right decision and just move on?